lovelies. Hello, friends. I have the part one of this video already on my channel. I'm putting in this part two. And for me to complete the decoration of the fascinator, which I made with Asoke, I'll be using the fascinator net. I'll be using a thread of same color. And then to fix the net, I'll start by, the length has breadth and length. I'll start with the breadth. I'll tie my thread. Then I'll just pass my needle through the holes. Maybe the first hole or the second hole. And I'll just pass it through from beginning to end of the breadth. Then I will now continue it into the length. That is, this will help me to hold the edges together. I remember the first time I wanted to fix this fascinator net. It was so difficult for me because I don't really know how I was going to place it for it not to rest too flat on my face and all of that. So whatever ever encountered as a challenge, I always believe that there's somebody out there who also might have this challenge and would want to come out of it. So after I go through the length and again using the hose. By the way, the length of or the measurement of the net is 1 yard. That is 36 inches. That's how they measure it. 1 yard, 36. I'm using the whole of the 1 yard. Sometimes you might just work with half, but for the purpose of these tutorials, I am working with 1 yard. So by the time I am done with the length, I will go into the second angle of the breadth again. So you are not supposed to leave anywhere untouched except for the last part of the length. We did the breadth, length and breadth, and then we now left the length underneath. That length under is what the net we use to spread. And then the purpose of the gathering is to, one, enable the length come together, and secondly, it will not rest on your face flat. You understand? It's going to give a distance on your face. So that part where I did my loose stitches or whatever, I will tie it together. There's no need trying to slacken that part at all. I will just simply tie it together. So after tying it together, I will now fix it on the fascinator. I told you that I am making this video because I once had a challenge trying to fix this net. I'm very serious. In short, that day I was actually trying to fix it on headband. Maybe I'm going to make a video on how to fix this fascinator net on the headband. I'm going to make that video because it was so stressful for me. In short, it took me hours sweating. I'm telling you the truth. I will not lie to you. So now this is the middle, but I'll go a little bit above the middle. The reason I moved that far is uh, because of how I want the dropping. So if I put it on the middle, you agree with me that the length of the net on the face will be longer than when I move it a little bit backward from the middle. You understand? So it depends on you how you want the net, how far you want the net to drop on your face. If you want it to drop very well, then you can just simply use the middle, put where you have gathered together now at the middle, and just simply stitch. Then while I'm stitching, I try to ensure that when I go down the base, I come up from the same point. But on the net, I can move to any direction I feel is not yet stick to the fascinator well. but on the bottom part I move from the same point. The reason for that, is to avoid too much movement of thread underneath, because after the whole of this sewing you have to devise a means whereby you cover the thread, the movement of thread. All right, so it's quite easy, very very simple to fix the net. And then one other thing I do sometimes is, if I find out the net is not relaxing, I'll iron it. So but if I'm going to iron the net before I use it, I'll put it under a fabric, wet the fabric and then iron that fabric. With that, the net will also stretch out and you'll get the best out of it. So now I am done fixing the net. I want to fix the headband on it. uh Now when you fix your headband, it's wise for you to fix it and let the thread with which you are fixing the headband appear on the uh let it appear underneath the base of your, that is your fascinator base now, rather than showing on top. There was a day I mentioned that I was going to show you how to fix the hair band. Maybe I will even make a very separate video on that. Your thread is not supposed to be appearing on the back of your fascinator. So the rule is that when you pierce your needle from the bottom, you tie, eh, and come out from the top, you take it back under, you take it back from the same point you came up, you take it back from that same point. So when you do that, the thread will not be visible from the top, but under, you can move any distance you want to move from the under. You can move any distance you want to move from the under, but from the top you are not allowed to move and show your thread movement. That's just the law. I do really hope that you understand what I'm explaining. I go down from the same point, but underneath I can move any distance, because you actually need to ensure that your band is well fixed and is sitting properly. So for you to do that, there must be a kind of movement to cover the space that you think uh, you need to sew for it to really sit properly. I hope you do understand. All right, so you can see that the thread is showing under and the movement is from under. But if I show you the top, you will find out that you are not even seeing the thread. So when I want to make this video separately, maybe I'll just do it with a contrasting thread, which will help me to explain better to you, because I really want you to get it. I want you to understand it. You understand? And to every one of you there that are my subscribers who already started making their own fascinators and turban, I wish you all the best. The space, the business space is wide enough to contain every one of us, and that is why I know I cannot take your customers and you cannot take my own. So because of that, showing you the right things to do is never a problem to me. I want you to know exactly what you are doing, and I want you to do your work like a professional. Your work should not be rough. I don't really like it. I like good finishing, and whatever will help you to get that good finishing, I am ready to explain it to you. What I don't know is either you are ready to learn. That's just it. For me, I am ready to explain to you. Whether you are ready to learn is now a question that you will answer for yourself. All right, so right now I am done fixing the headband. You know, this video is 3 in 1: fixing of net, fixing of headband on it, and then there is attaching the headband, and then finally I will be showing you how I attached the Asoke to it, how I attached the Asoke. So for the headband is ready, for the net is ready. The next thing I need to do is the Asoke.